Game 1 of Gaimin Gladiators versus Talon. Take it away.
Thank you very much for the very illuminating interview as always, as Quinn and Seller are going to find a few members of Talon. We can't even introduce the teams as the Blood Right comes out.
Reflection.
Plasma Field onto Tofu, the Blood Grenade to follow. He might be the first blood, and indeed he is, and it goes to Makoto.
Got a lot of stuff where you can just stand your ground, combo breaks, the RIYADH, Tofu taking a beating here.
Tombstone down as well, 23 Savage.
Ooh, 23.
Pretty low to the Thunder Strike, but Ace taking a decay. The zombies are coming. He's getting up a gush onto Ollie, so he takes a couple pop shots from the tower. And the glimpse back into said tower. Ollie, another couple shots from the tower. Is it going to be enough with the Thunderbolt as well? Yes, it is. Tofu claims a kill. Is technically surrounded, but it's a lot of low HP targets from Gaimin Gladiators. Here comes Celery to link up with the disruptor of all heroes. And
23 coming
still
back.
in the meta form, and Celery,
he
rotates just to die it. And now, Gush coming out on Ace.
Sticks and
Savage
Fairy still.
glimpse back. Yeah, he's doing just fine. Surely they can't give this up for free.
You can try to push him away a little bit, but I feel like you honestly cannot really answer this Talon.
Wow.
Like the 3-man ball, the shield rune as Ace.
Trying to go for the deny.
Good deny from
Gets
Tofu.
it, and they actually TP in with Ace, getting off the Ravage onto 2. The kinetic field with the Pulse Nova damage is there from Quinn, so they give it the Tier 1 tower, but it was denied. It's a big slight coming in to take out Tofu, as that shield rune still activated as the jabs off the plasma field, but I don't think they're going to get much more. Gaimin Gladiators did a lot more than I thought they would. It's Daracho actually making rotation now as well. Gets the Rupture with the Blood Right, focusing everything that they have onto Jazz. Even a Meteor Hammer being used, but Quinn dies first, Razor after.
He gets a very important kill, and now that he goes back to bottom on the Bloodseeker, he just gets to continue to farm, so even after maybe not the most perfect start, getting closer to a Maelstrom.
Quinn getting gone on by Makoto. There's a link from Celery though. Gets off the Split Earth. You can see the Tombstone coming in though. Looks like Talon still want to fight. They're going to take out the Tombstone as the Rupture comes out onto Q, stuck inside that kinetic field. But the damage onto Daracho is out of control. He's just dead. First one to drop, in fact. And now Quinn trying to get something else out of this. He gets off a Lightning Storm and then dies of his own accord as well. So 2 cores down for Gaimin, and all they get is the Keeper of the Light. This double damage. I mean, we saw this yesterday with Quinn. Where he's getting every rune. It's a double kill for Makoto. The blind slight. Beautifully done.
If he gets to this Midas BKB timing by like, what, 18-ish minutes, none of these Radiant heroes are really going to stop him, and that's when Razor really pops off. You go in there with your BKB, you latch on a target with your ult and Link, and you take that fine. But here comes Gaimin.
Yep, Quinn and company, they find Ollie. There's a Static Storm. He gets off his Flesh Golem and the Tombstone. It's going to take a while to rip right through him. They do get the kill, though, as Quinn is going to get sent back with the IO for the relocate play, just to be able to survive. Tofu looks to be very dead. So for now, it's a 1-for-1, but Celery,
we'll find him.
They're waiting for him. He's gonna get the link onto the creeps with the overcharge to follow, but eventually Makoto gets another double kill in the game.
This network on Ember is something that people are very scared of generally. I don't think Gaimin have to give up that much, but they're going to be looking at Daracho BKB and Ace's Pipe, and likely this Quinn Yules, just to keep delaying the fight. So on these 3 item timings, as Tofu is just going to be easily picked up here. That's a god like Makoto.
Yep, he's food. Rupture comes out onto Makoto, standing his ground. As Daracho's the one taking a lot of damage. A beautiful splitter onto the support in the back line. They're going to be able to take out them easily, but Makoto does remnant away. So the big prize is not there, but based on how this game is going, I think Gaimin will be happy with the 2-for-1 exchange. I always wondered if somebody's going to go for like a quick Aghanim Scepter on the Tide, if you would ever go for the other 10 Talon. We'll talk about that in just a minute, as Ollie will be caught out. Does get the Tombstone down. It's probably a little bit of slow potential as Makoto's there, along with the TB, but the Static Storm placed on the outside of the kinetic field. The relocate will not go through, and Quinn gets punished. Trying to take out that really annoying Undying, and it's going to cost them 3 members. Does Makoto's BKB comes out to be able to counteract the glimpse. So they have the Blink Ravage potential. As you can see the smoke from Gaimin. So opting not to finish the Aghanim Scepter that we've been talking the last 10 minutes about. But I mean, is there any, have you ever seen the slow taken for the, God, I can never talk about this talent. I just want to talk about some boring shit.
He doesn't have BKB from the kill.
Spirit inside the Static Storm.
Ooh, that's a big one.
Makoto is killed.
And you know who got the kill for that?
Was the BKB on cooldown?
Yep, 4 or 5 more seconds from the disruptor kill earlier.
Man,
And
those micro nerfs over the past
980
couple
gold.
years.
No, I don't even know what you just said. It doesn't matter because Tofu got 1,000 gold from this goddamn kill on Makoto.
That's all for his axe. Quinn and Celery going to the high ground to get the tower, but it's a lot of people there. Celery is going to get dropped right off the bat, and now Quinn attempting the TP. Good luck, sir. Double kill for Jabs as he gets ruptured, and Dyrachyo.
Big boy Dyrachyo.
And the BKB
Maybe
comes
not so
down,
big.
and now Dyrachyo doesn't do too much damage through it. We'll have to try to back away.
Get him the hell out of there.
Now they know he doesn't have a rupture, so Talon trying the pincer move here. Jabs leading the way. Now Makoto with the remnant.
Taking the Lotus.
By the Lotus. And Dyrachyo will BKB TP. There's no way for them to stop it, but another charge down. Was it worth the Lotus? Probably. That block of cheese is going to be something no one will forget. But Talon in the area, they will go into the Roche pit.
But Gaimin Gladiators, they have the axe on Tofu. If they can try to set it up, it's, I guess, well, they're going to be too late for this one.
Yeah,
so maybe they have to wait a little more.
They scanned it out, so they know this is happening, so they're just going to push the lanes in the meantime. So first Aegis will go to Talon. Likely from Makoto. Tried to pick it up, it went inside the tube stuff. He grabbed Allied himself.
It's beautiful.
By accident. Quinn.
Finding some friends.
Yeah, looks like Celery's going to be the sacrifice here. Waiting for Talon to make a move with this Aegis. Definitely a difficult thing to fight into. I mean, they can burn the Aegis really quickly. We'll see if they can. 23 Savage has to get off his BKB, gets off the Sunder off the top, and Dyrachyo does not have BKB until now. Gets nullified. It's be too late, but Ace comes in with the Ravage on 4 heroes. Static Storm, base gun on the Razor, and the Sunder. Grab Ally will save TB for now, but that's not going to be very long, in fact, because the Aegis is now expended. Dyrachyo, he's nullified. He has no BKB this time. The Illuminate rips right through him. 70 seconds on the deck. As Gaimin Gulpers lose that fight, but they do get the Aegis. That's what you get when you combine Block of Cheese, Aghanim Scepter, and Shard, as Talon and Gaimin Gladiators are smoked up.
Oh, the
big Ravage from Ace with the Static Storm onto 2. That's 2 cores dead. No, the grab ally saving for the time being, but it's again only a short amount of time. All dead on top of it. Makoto lives along with the Keeper. We're just seeing the power of this Static Storm Aghanim Scepter as Q will go into the tree line. Their position, of course.
Gaimin are checking if Roche could be up, and they're going to smoke themselves as well, as they did give up their area earlier. But Tofu will place another ward on the ground.
It's all about Tofu. There's a Searing Chains first onto Dyrachyo. Tofu waiting in the back. They're going to get the spot here. The Ravage is only onto 2, and it's really just on the zombie, man.
He's very dead.
They get him. He's going to buy back instantly, though. Dyrachyo gets chased completely. Nullifier still applies. He's going to get linked as well. And the Big Gush coming out. Yules gonna hold Makoto in place for the time being. There's blood right onto a couple heroes. 23 Savage forced to use his BKB. Quinn, no link for you because that is reserved for Dyrachyo now, apparently. 70 seconds of no Lesh, and Roche is spawning in 15. So Gaimin Gladiators kind of botching the initiation. I mean, the Ravage technically hit 2, but really the main target was the Undying, who could just clearly buy back, so that's 2 big ults expended.
Does Undying look anywhere close to any other hero in this game? No, right?
What do you mean?
Like, did they think he was a different hero? They used everything on the zombie man.
I don't know what kind of cosmetics he has applied, but no, don't think so.
I mean, Talon gonna be very happy about that. Gaimin going into the next fight, I mean, surely, I mean, they must know. We wanna, like, Ravage Static, one of the, like, more important heroes.
It's time to give the shard to Kotl or Demon Zeal.
He already has it.
He has Demon Zeal?
He has Demon Zeal, my bro.
Recall then. Okay, they're not going to go for it as Jabs in the trees. Dyrachyo would be a big target. There's Eye of the Storm #1 with the BKB. There's the refresher on top of it, but they don't have the slows needed as Dyrachyo with a little baby relocate. It's going to be enough for him to get away, but the focus is on this Disruptor for Makoto. They finally get the kill, but he does have buyback on Celery, and a lot has been expended from Talon, honestly. I feel like Gaimin could actually still fight with his buyback still intact. Celery is dead. Also able to get back in the game if he wants.
Okay, so 2 buybacks are available, but the thing is, you need Tofu at the start of the fight, so it's not too easy.
As there's actually 2 siege units as well starting to hit those barracks, so Gaimin, they need to fight now or get back. And we can see Roche is not up for another minute 10, so technically speaking they could do that, but of course they don't have the same information as us.
Their mid melee Rax is half HP, by the way.
Yep.
and it's still 1 more minute.
Siege creeps are absolutely destroying you. Another creep wave coming in.
Maybe you reload back here, but that doesn't feel good. Like, then they can just invade you.
Yeah, if they show mid, then I think Talon just goes. But here's the fight.
Oh, jab up.
Jab's first BKB. There's the refresher to follow. He's going to get ruptured, though. Duracha trying to kill him in the meantime, taking a lot of damage as Quinn. He's not the one linked up again. He's getting countered by 23 Savage. Duracha trying to run away as Makoto chasing him down with another slide of fist. He's dead. No buyback for him. Finally, the Ravage comes out, but not to much avail as Quinn is just going to drop dead as well. And Celery buying back into the game, but there's nobody to link up because all his cores are dead. And it looks like this might be a dieback for Celery. Triple kill for 23 Savage. And their world is their oyster. That's not the saying, but they can get the racks. And Makoto shows up in the mid lane, takes it. They can go down top. I don't think there's anything Gaimin Gladiators can do.
You have no Duracha, you have no Quinn. You diebacked as well on Celery. Okay, you're going to get Ace back, who's going to try to delay with what some gushes around, but there's a Demon Zeal. They're just going to keep clicking it down. Like, even Jabs has got 300 damage at this point.
Yeah, I'm in the melee form now. Satanicking on the creeps, and second set of racks going the way of Talon. I think they could get Megas too.
They might just be able to do both, or you go Megas into the throne after.
Absolutely, and now they have to worry about a refresher onto Makoto. 23 Savage not wasting any time. Demon Zeal activated.
This is a fast push. I think they're going to go both for more.
Be almost Megas. There's still that range racks with a little bit of HP in the top lane. They'll probably go finish that off. And if they want to play it super safe, they just go kill Roche now.
They
as
could.
Gaimin Gladiators start to spawn. Okay, they're going to go for the tier 4s. Demon Zeal again from 23 Savage. Tier 4 number 1 is eventually going to drop. The Sheep Stick is there from Ace temporarily. And now 23 Savage is going to back away. They're just going to fight the old-fashioned way here.
They're just waiting.
Ooh, a refresher onto Ace, though, so if you can find a good Ravage, anything can happen. They're going to spot Makoto. The Yules into the Static Storm. Ravage number 1 from Ace, but the BKBs come out from Jabs and 23. He actually goes inside the Tombstone for some reason. He's perfectly healthy. Duracho able to pound down this
another
Raven.
Ravage.
That's going to be a kill for Duracho. Looks like Quinn does die, buys back in the game along with Jab.
Oh my god, Ace.
Thunder onto Ace as he gets his second Ravage out, knowing that he cannot buy back. It's only there in a defensive measure, though, as Gaimin Gladiators on the run. Their base starting to get overwhelmed by creeps.
Makoto going for more.
Finds Celery, linking up, but the remnants are coming for you, and he will take a tumble again. But the Yules into the Split Earth, no. Makoto getting off the BKB, and that 23 Savages here with that meta form, focusing everything now onto Quinn. Does find some distance, though, but now the buildings are in the way. Gets the Yules, Nullifier there. There's Jabs with the refresher, getting off the Eye of the Storm and the Nullifier, but Lesh able to get back into his base safely as a big static link onto Duracho is going to provide a lot of damage for Jabs. The tier 4 number 2 is killed. And now the Ancient fully exposed. Duracho goes down to a casual plasma field, buys back into the game, but with this Ancient completely exposed, this should be the end of game 1 shortly.
All the Splitters.
Quinn, that's true.
They've
Splitters
got a lot
are
of push.
extremely annoying. Nullifier now into Duracho. He cannot afford to die here. Big Lightyear comes out, and that's going to be the death of the Bloodseeker. A dieback. And now it looks like Quinn is next. A casual grab ally for no particular reason is used. Just in
Talon
celebration. And Talon take game 1.
Honestly, they look damn good. Makoto putting on his... We're not really able to fight back all that well into Talon here.
Yeah, this was quite the game.
They will win this if it's like they're really far ahead. Bristle's unkillable. Lush is unkillable. Beast has the aura. They're really committing to the strategy here. And I kind of like it. This is what I said before. Like, if you know you're not going to win late game, just all in on the early game. And that's what they did.
This time around, I would say Gaimin's ball is way stronger. It's easier for them to play through Quinn, and it's easier for them to also leave Duracho alone.
Quill sprays continue to get stacked on these 2 members of Talon. They bolt onto Celery. Telekinesis back, though, and Celery gets caught out under the tower.
Like, we've seen it before where if you get to hold your safe lane tower, the enemy's map is just kind of really disgusting and hard to play. And with a TB Lycan, you need that, as we have a coil.
Coil expended just for support. Tofu getting chased now by Jabs and company. He is in his wolf form, getting up to disruption to save himself for the time being. It actually might be enough illusory orb, though, enough from Makoto to take him out. But now the rest of the cavalry have arrived from the Gaimin Gladiator side. It will be a trade of supports. In terms of the farm between the 2 offlaners, the Lycan and Beastmaster, pretty even overall.
So I was wondering if he's going to go Vanguard into the Crimson, but looks like he doesn't feel like they need much more like on the aura side. So he's just going to go Axe to make himself more tanky. So kind of playing this Tricore, which, yeah, I would be kind of okay with. I think Crimson Guard is still good, but if he's not going to get it now, I don't think he'll get it later
he's
either.
expecting that early Tormentor to come out so that Io can get the shard and then link to him instead of the other two heroes that are clearly better to be up as 23 Savage.
Oh, 23,
gets gone on by Quinn. The splitter is not going to hit, though. He gets sundered. And now he has to try to run away, although 23 Savage back to the amount of HP that he had earlier. And Quinn ends up getting taken out by Makoto's rotation, and that's a big double kill for him.
Well, this game is not at all the same as last time around. Whenever 23 showed up, they killed Quinn. And they're even lingering now, even though Talon TP'd like half of their team here. Oh, Lightning Storm.
Yeah, Wild Wing finally taken out.
Picking the Tormentor, which is not there yet, of course.
Yeah, they just mistimed it by 6 minutes. 23 Savage still in the meta form, so you have to respect that. And Quinn, they're getting that Wisdom Rune.
Oh, the Wisdom. Makoto.
Ends up being a nice steal. Quinn, pretty low, but he has that Bloodstone, gets the Split Earth onto 23 Savage.
There's still a Sunder.
There is a Sunder available, waiting for the last moment. We'll use it onto Quinn, but the Roar comes after, and now he's very susceptible and will drop shortly after. Okay, Makoto going in with a big coil.
He got him.
Able to get one. It is the Lesh, so very important target. Can they follow it up with anything else as Ace continue to get these stacks of the Wild Axes, which were stolen?
Ooh.
He's able to TP out, though.
Duracho.
As Duracho just starting to go real ham, getting out that Rubik. Makoto and company doing a good job of kiting as Celery on the outskirts of this fight. Makoto trying to finish him up, but the Quill Sprays are starting to stack up, just like they would on this Tormentor if they would go for it in 6 minutes. Makoto getting the Illusory Orb off.
A new wolf form.
I think that's enough distance to be able to get away from the big bad bristleback. Celery has the relocate available, in good position, will be able to get it off.
Global not the best against Lesh, as his spells will continue to run through, but they have this ward on Ace.
Kill. Yeah, he's 400 away from Ags. This would be a very nice kill for Talon. They're going to find him. He's going to get Hurricane back onto the low ground. He gets off his Roar, but dies shortly after. Is Quinn showing up as well?
Careful.
And Talon, they're going to try to fight this through. The coil is there. Global to follow. Still linked up by Celery. Getting out that Bloodstone as well, but not life-stealing too much. 2 cores dead for Gaimin Gladiators, and now Celery might be next on the list, but he does get the tether onto his fellow support.
Crucial for him to stay alive there on the IO, but Talon striking back. I must say that if Jams gets through this mid game, which currently not the best game on the like, but still doing well, you offer a lot of aggressive potential against heroes like Bristleback, AC Aura, aggressive Howl with the minus armor as well. Makoto.
And he's spotted by the orb.
I just find a free kill.
Looks like he will, but the relocate is coming. Global silence
expended
to be able to cancel that. All you can do to save your mid laner, you have to. Yeah, he just needs to catch up to people.
Ooh, they want to look for a play. I mean,
want to fight. This is against the Aegis.
They find
Very
Tofu.
risky. Yeah, if you can't get the supports, that's pretty big. Makoto doing a lot of damage.
Global's
to
gonna get global.
Global's there. Keep him at bay. Jab's coming up. Duracho picks up his, or pops his newly picked up BKB. The coil was expended just for the Shadow Demon. They will get him. It's only a 30-second death timer. It's so early in the game. So Global down, Meta down. Wolf
Lizard
down. Lizard down. Big reflection coming out from the side of Talon. Actually going to try to fight again as the Bloodstone is activated. And look at the damage being applied to the backline on these supports and the Beastmaster. And Quinn just slowed to a crawl.
Oh, the
He's going to get
Sunder.
The telekinesis back. That's the Aegis. Feels like Gaimin Gladiators just cannot group up at all right now. Quinn back up and running, but Makoto again on the sideline, on the back, just destroying Celery. Might be able to live thanks to this Crimson Guard.
You need to deal with Makoto.
They lost their Lycan as Celery and the supports trying to work against this annoying ass puck.
The tree.
Celery will get Waning Rifted mid-chain there. Telekinesis on to Ace. He's going to use his Roar onto
no more
terribly.
Sunder.
Does not have Sunder.
Good
Quinn
force.
going to get helped out with that slow from Duracho. The Agnes Scepter going to work, but the Splitter was stolen by Q. But they looks like they actually will be able to finally get some kills here.
What's happening?
And they're pretty damn valuable. It's going to be 3 kills now for Gaimin Gladiators. They lose both their supports. All right, well, that is pretty scary for Gaimin Gladiators. Quinn linked up, gets the sheep.
Good force.
23 Savage is going to be fine. Makoto jumps in.
Duracho, my bro.
Duracho super low, forced to use his BKB.
This looks awkward.
Gaimin Gladiators just cannot take a good fight to save their lives here. And their lives are on the line here at the RIYADH Masters. Makoto again coming in with a beautiful Waning Rift. Ace and company now on the retreat, but the Scotty's going to slow him to the crawl. Jabs sitting in the back line just ready to eat up these supports as well. Looking for this opportunity now. It's 23 Savage starting to get low. And he get his Sunder off. No! Down goes the Terrorblade. Huge kill for Gaimin Gladiators as Ollie's next on the list. Dyrachyo basically two-shotting heroes at this point. They find Q, but he's able to telekinesis himself to the low ground.
Global to relocate.
Oh, the Courier.
He's too fast.
He's going to scout a bit as well. Dyrachyo, the TP. Telekinesis cancels. Like the throw ball comes out, the break, but the instant BKB from Dyrachyo.
That's a glyph. Relocate.
TPing to a creep. He's getting slowed to a crawl, going to get nullified as well, but there's the link up from Celery. The coil comes out, and they're just going to destroy Lesh. Quinn is dead. Celery is next. A great fight for Talon. Yeah, he's a big juicy boy, some would say.
Indeed.
But yeah, this Roche will have Aghanim Scepter up in 12 seconds. And this will almost certainly turn into some sort of a Roche off as Quinn trying to go onto this puck.
They got a
super hard target. They pop the Lincolns. They get the Split Earth after the Sheep. But Global Silence comes out, and Makoto able to get to the other side. Illusory Orb to the other side of the trees. Actually expends his coil as well as Quinn continuing with the post Nova, but can't get to the other side easily. Not as much mobility as this puck. And Makoto
will they be
spotted by the Hawk. Waning Rift, Illusory Orb. And Makoto is going to be able to get out, but
not Ollie though.
Some more targets. Both supports actually show up, and Ollie, he tries to TP out, will not be able to do so. Dyrachyo in the mid lane. They see that Roche is up, and they will likely go for it, although 23 Savage.
Oh, they pinged him out. Quinn knows that he's there.
He's trying to pull a puck, pushing of the lanes and whatnot.
Oh, he has no TP for 30 if they catch him.
This would be so bad for Talon. 23 Savage is spotted. Lincoln's is popped there. The instant Hex. 23 Savage gets
relocate.
Split Earth. 23 Savage, he gets off the Sunder, trying to do as much damage as he can. He's using everything to try to stay alive, but he is going to die. And that is meta down as well, no buyback.
Dyrachyo's in the enemy base.
Enormous kill as Dyrachyo. He got a full set of racks by himself. Now he's beating the shit out of the Rubik on the run. He's nullified right now. The BKB finally wears off. Will he actually stay alive? There's nobody else near him as Jabs continuing to chase as a wolf. Nullifier applied again. Jabs rethinking it now that he's in pathetic human form, and somehow Dyrachyo not only gets a lane of racks, he lives, they kill Terrorblade, they get the third Roche.
I hate to break it to you, but he did not destroy any racks.
What do you mean?
They were dead already.
From what? That's right. All right, we're getting old here. It's been a long week. Doesn't matter. All right. Mid lane, so Gaimin Gladiators have to make sure that they can actually hit the racks. Yeah, we're going to see a lot of damage being done to the Bristleback. The Disruption comes out to save him as Quinn. He's taking a hefty amount of damage as well. Still has that Aegis intact, though. Remember that mid-racks is down, guys. Don't get confused.
Very important.
Savage, Lincolns.
Wait, he's losing meta in like 5 to 10 seconds, and the game didn't use shit yet.
They will probably go in now, I would assume.
I mean, they used one cheese.
Oh, he gets
23.
On 23 Savage, another great lift. And the Global Silence comes out. The Roar was actually stolen as well.
Oh, Makoto with a clutch play. He Lincolns the Roar, and then they stole the Roar even though it wasn't really ever used.
Killing the wave again. Rax still available for the taking. It's 23 Savage trying to fight in melee farm. Pops his BKB. Not even doing that much damage though. The wolf form finally comes out, but it's not back in the line.
Thunder.
Ace getting super low. The nullifier party pops the cheese and will live as now finally gets taken out. Celery what's linked up to him. He's going to buy back into the game now. 23 Savage getting lifted again. Barely going to survive, but now the buildings are in peril. They could just go for these buildings. Dyrachyo has so much damage right now. 3 shots to range Rex. 1 remaining for Talon to defend. But they find it on the puck. Makoto dies. Does have buyback, has to use it immediately. So they've used both cheeses, I believe, on Gaimin Gladiators side, and they still have the Aegis for another 2 minutes. They get the bash on Makoto accidentally. Yeah, you have to think that they will just focus on the melee racks now. 23 Savage.
It's going to be a lift again.
He's already half HP. Lift available for Q. Gets the Roar off, though. The Stolen Roar used successfully. Nullifier now. Thunder! When the Thunder comes out, but the buildings are going to die to Dyrachyo. That's mega creeps for Gaimin Gladiators. Remember, Quinn still has the Aegis somehow. Jabs getting bashed up, but gets the Lycan farm. We'll be able to run away from the big fat pig. Dyrachyo and company in very good position to push this to game number 3. Lots of damage being applied. There's the Abyssal Blade. Down goes the Silencer. Buys back for 23 Savage. That's the more valuable kill. It's effectively a dieback. 80 seconds.
All right, Mikoto, you know what to do.
Up
It's
the left,
bounty time.
the TP onto Quinn.
Still has the Aegis.
Aegis for another 30 seconds as Dyrachyo
Chop, chop.
going on top of Ollie. This one would actually be a
Kill the
dieback.
courier. There we go.
Have the vision though as Quinn finds the sheep onto the Lycan.
Buyback on
Gonna
23.
connect. The Global Silence comes out. TB is available for the side of Talon. They're gonna buy back on the Lycan instantly, and there's 23 Savage, the big bad Terrorblade, trying to save this game number 2 for Talon. They're gonna find the
Mikoto with the bash!
Abyssal Blade after the hex is enough to control the puck. 23 Savage with a nice Sunder, but he is outnumbered. Telekinesis number 100 coming out from Q, but it's not gonna be enough. Ultra kill for Dyrachyo. GG's come out. And Gaimin Gladiators will push this to a game number 3.
Like Lone Druid, it would have been a good Lone Druid game, but you would rather play Morph than Lone Druid in or any circumstance pretty much on this patch. So he's just going to pick one of the carries that's left that's really strong that can outcarry the Monkey King.
Yeah.
Even if they don't technically make sense. And Panel was talking
Tofu.
about Q and Ollie teaming up against Tofu. Battery Assault is there. Tofu, though, getting Boundless struck by 23 Savage, and this will be first blood. Question is who will take it. Trying to give it to 23, but mistiming it, and Ollie will take it for himself. We have to make sure that the players have good ping, because going to a different server to have 40 ping, unacceptable.
Unplayable.
It's unplayable for them.
Ooh, Stompy Stomp, which will give 23 his Jingu Dingu stacks.
Yeah, 23 Savage taking some big Firestorm damage, but the damage coming out of that staff is way too much. And that's
Bottom
gonna
lane.
be another kill as, yeah, bottom lane. Nice.
All jabs.
Okay, we're gonna lose jabs to start. Looks like Celery might be the
Run to the creeps.
consolation. The trade coming for Q. Can he reach him? The cogs are
No,
there, but
3
it's not
HP.
enough damage. Just barely living, so both Dyrachyo and Celery able to somehow stay alive. Getting a nice triple stack of creeps. You don't see that every day either. Never mind.
Missed the
Jinxed it.
stack. Unlucky.
Double stack. Very impressive still. As
Oh,
Ace
Ace
inside the
cogged out.
cogs. Tofu's there with a nice blinding light. Is this going to be enough damage to
They
take
got
out
him.
Ace? Yes, indeed. Another death for him. 23 Savage making a rotation to the
I
bot
like
lane.
this move.
And Dyrachyo being kept busy by jabs. 23 Savage is going to show right up. They're going to force out this waveform to start. Going to get caught to the other side. Do they have enough control? Attribute shift continuing going as we see the TP coming in from the former Celery. Echo
Good
Stomp,
lift.
not going to use because the lift comes out, but they have enough damage. Dyrachyo falls. Celery is next. Talon are destroying this early game.
Talon are here to play, baby, because they are destroying you in these lanes and diving you under your towers.
He does counter him to some degree. The stronger you get, the stronger I get. Atos being shown off. Cookie's
in.
there as well. Echo
Hook
Stomp is
shot.
coming after the hook shot with the balance strike. They have all the stuns in the world to destroy Quinn again. Celery is able to get the Invis rune.
Oh, Sentry.
Yep, they have some
Now out of
vision
range.
as he runs out of range. They have a lot of AoE, and they will get the kill. With it, Talon drought. Like game 1, they had 0 stuns. This time, basically every hero has
They have
some
18
sort of control.
stuns.
Very wide array of picks for this team.
Gaimin are looking to punish here. They do have the Solar Bind with the Storm, so a lot of magic damage can come out early on here.
Yeah, there's the zip onto jabs. Gets off the wall. Atos from the other side with the Mortimer's Kiss is coming, but they are able to kill off Jazz, but Quinn still taking damage from the Mortimers. 23 Savage is waiting as the waveform comes. He's going to go right into... Okay, a little bit off mark on the Wukong's command. As Ace able to get onto the outside, but they get the cookie onto the Morphling, and he gets destroyed as well. As Quinn, he's going to drop to Q. As Talon, they do lose their offlaner, but they're getting everything else. And they're off to a very good start in this game number 3.
They did smoke under this ward, so Ace may
They
know
spot
Q.
Ace, hook shot, finds him. Mortimer's Kisses with the Earth Splitter, more than enough damage. Easy peasy, although Q did take quite a bit of damage, but will be able to walk away eventually. They need a lot more where that came from to be able to defend.
Well, there is a lot of damage reduction in this Gaimin Gladiators draft. You've got the Fate Bolt, Atrophy Aura, you've got the Pipe as well. 23, nice instinct.
Balance strike again, dodged by Quinn. Quick fingers, Q, he's gonna be lifted. Wall comes out though, Mortimer's gets his from the back line. Quinn able to get to the other side. Ace inside this Wukong's command. He's very tanky, but he's also all alone. first to drop in trade for the clock. Wukong's command about to end.
I think we'll soon have Talon like try to smoke up and go somewhere as they find Q.
Yeah, he gets off his Glimmer Gate, but they have the sentry. Gonna get the Force Staff off though, is Makoto. Okay, 23 Savage, he's the one that shows up, beating the crap out of Celery, but he gets his telekinesis off on himself. And will live as a result. 23 Savage, BKB, and Quinn's essentially traded. There's the Electric Vortex, but Quinn
misses.
Running out of mana. Where's that Chakra Magic? Chakra Magic, please. Ace comes into the fray inside the Wukong's command. Kind of wasted now, it feels like, but the Harpoon back into it. You just mentioned that. Mortimer's Kisses also going to be whiffed. So Gaimin Gladiators getting a lot out of Talon. They get the clock and a ton of spells. And now the chase is on. Daracha turning into the monkey, turns on his BKB. Traded with Makoto's as well, but he's taking a massive amount of physical damage.
There's a huge kill if they can get it.
He's still running out of mana though, as Makoto's able to walk away, but they find the Monkey King instead. Aegis down.
He's going to be pitted.
Daracha, he's going to get punched, but the Pit of Malice is there from the Boundless Strike on the sideline from Daracha, and that's a Monkey King all alone. 23 Savage is dead. Huge kill from Gaimin Gladiators.
Like, help them with the team fight. There's 3 of the heroes are queuing up a Hex, but Mr. Quinn.
Yeah, the gate's coming. 23 Savage looking for the Wukong's command. He'll find the Balance Strike onto Storm.
Quinn is
He's just dead. No way to get back in the game as well. And the rest of Gaimin likely on the retreat. Ace getting beat down by 23 Savage is Q. He's taking some damage from Celery, who's coming through the gate apparently. But Kodo actually was channeling through the gate for some godforsaken reason. And now the gate will disappear, so we won't have that choice any longer. Daracha turns on the monkey, gets on the trees, and will be able to get out safely. But Tofu will be dropped as Daracha continuing to get chased, but he's going to be a hard target to catch. 3 dead for Gaimin Gladiators as Talon. Man, such a back and forth game.
They're
continuing to chase.
They're not done yet.
Okay, Daracha, he's caught. The Nullifier's Ace has absolutely no mana. He could try to deny himself to the Tormentor, but he forgets that they even exist, of course. There is the, he's going to be brought back in, and he will be taken out eventually. So the chase is actually successful. I didn't think they would be able to get it.
They know now.
This is what Elder Titan is picked for. And his ult's up in 15 seconds, but Gaimin, they're going to try for it. I mean, the second rush of the game, so Aegis and Cheese on
They will have all their spells in time as Jabs. He disassembled his Vanguard to sell the ring to have the Hex for this exact fight right now. They know that it's all or nothing.
Quinn. He's almost out of mana already. It's 23 Savage all alone to start. He's going to try to fight with that Wukong's command. He's taking massive damage. But Daracha and company having to back away. Roche is super low right now. Quinn going into the pit. Makoto, the BKB destroys Daracha, but the Aegis taken by Makoto as well. Talon winning this fight handily as Quinn gets dropped to the deck. Trying to get away is Ace, but he is controlled and destroyed. Double kill for Jabs as Talon now take a firm grip on the game.
What a sick fight from the
Tier 3. They're going to get this set of racks very easily. I would think they get 2 racks minimum here.
It looks like it.
This will be a second set of racks for Talon. That's probably why we don't see it every day.
If Talon find a clutch play where all they can stomp on top of the morph where they go on him, Daracha can die instantly.
Yeah, Quinn trying to prevent some damage to his tower. Gets off the Hex on Makoto, but Makoto just shrugs it off. This is going to be a very hard defense for Gaimin.
Top range racks just dying to creeps.
Yep, that's going to happen. 23 Savage looking for his... he's going to get trapped from the tree line. Quinn jumps in. Jabs getting up the wall and the vacuum only on the one hero, though. Daracha is taking massive damage, though, at the same time. Harpoon back into the fray as Ace. There's the Wukong's command. Is this enough space for Talon to take out this rack to get the mega creeps? No, they're actually going to back away, interestingly enough. Instant Hex onto Quinn.
The illusions.
He's going to survive as the melee racks does fall to the illusion. So now it's just a range rack separating Talon from mega creeps.
Gaimin have a ward down here.
Only on the 2 members though from Talon, but yeah, like you said,
you better be fast on your glyph, guys.
One little shredder. Vacuum wall.
The ward, they got Celery.
That's a deleted Rubik dieback for Celery. Now it's a 4v5 situation. Quinn very low on mana, gets initiation off onto the Darkseer, but you can see the Wukong's command creating a ton of space. Echo Stomp into the Harpoon. Daracha's in a lot of trouble, and he's gonna die as well. Buyback available, but the range racks will fall, and that's mega creeps for Talon. Fortification very late. Now the buybacks are finally trying to come back. Nullifier onto the Monkey King. Echo Stomp is there to try to save him. Nice cookie as well. Beautiful vacuum with the little shredder doing so much damage here. They're going to find the Darkseer in the trees. Maybe Talon just gives him up. And they will. So 1 buyback expended from the Talon side. And Talon, super disciplined, just resetting. There's the refresher shard. So has all his garbage up again. 23 Savage with the Wukong's command. Quinn, super low, will be able to zip back into the base, but now the Ancient fully exposed. Hex is there onto the Monkey King, but the soldiers will remain.
He still has
BKB. The Aegis, big damage coming out from Makoto. The normal punch as well onto Dyrachyo. He's controlled.
He does not
have
fall
the
back.
damage. The Manta's gonna give him some space. The Crimson Guard as well, but he will fall. 2 minutes of no Morphling. And the Ancient fully exposed still. They can likely just grab it if they want.
Talon
as the rest
it.
of Gaimin Gladiators trying to defend, but it's not gonna happen. Talon have vanquished the team that has won every goddamn tournament this year. And they go to the lower bracket finals to face Team Liquid.
They get to play Team Liquid one more time, as for the first time in this entire year. I think this is Gaimin's first loss to like an SEA team overall, and their first loss to get eliminated from a LAN event.